Welcome to Food in a Flash. My name is Sarah. I am one of the coaches here at the cooperative, and today we're going to be talking about kiwi. So there are different varieties of kiwi, different colors and different flavors. So just a few are the golden kiwi, red kiwi, silver wine, purple kiwi, and then there are a few others out there, so a lot of different varieties of kiwi. Their peak season is actually right now, so November through May, but they can be found in the store year-round. So what are some benefits of incorporating kiwi into your nutrition? So one medium-sized kiwi is only about 42 calories, so pretty low in calories, a good snack option. They also have about 10.1 grams of carbohydrates, which sounds high, but some of that is fiber. So about 2 grams of that is actually fiber. So that is going to help us with digestion and feeling fuller longer. There's about 148 milligrams of potassium. So about 115% of our daily value, which is actually more than a banana. So there's more potassium in a kiwi than a banana. And that actually helps us with proper kidney and heart function, our muscle contractions and nerve functions, and then also helping lower our blood pressure. So potassium is pretty important. There's also vitamin K, so about 56 milligrams of vitamin K, which also helps boost our immunity and then aids in iron absorption. So if you have any troubles with anemia or things like that, having vitamin K in your nutrition is important. A very low fat and very low sodium option. So there's only 0.4 grams of fat and about 3.8 milligrams of sodium. So having low fat and low sodium in our diet is good for helping lower our risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. They also have some antioxidants, so it contains vitamin E, which prevents our cells from damage, folate, which helps red blood cell formation, healthy cell growth and function, and then also vitamin K, which helps with blood clotting and bone building. So lots of benefits of incorporating kiwi into your nutrition. So how do we pick the right ones and how do we store them so that they last a long time? So when they're fully ripe, you should be able to press them with your finger. They're soft, but not too soft, not having soft spots, bruises, or wrinkles on the outside. You should be able to smell a little bit of the fragrant smell from the kiwi, and then they actually, again, appear plump and not wrinkled on the outside. If you do purchase them and they're not ripe all the way, you can leave them at room temperature for a few days. And then once they're ripe, you can store them in the fridge for about 7 days. And the best way to store them in the fridge is to put them in a Ziploc bag so that you prevent moisture loss. And then if you do that, you also can maybe push them out to about the 2-week mark. So that could be a good option to keep in your fridge if you don't want to go grocery shopping, all that often, but at least you've got something for when it's later in the week. And actually, I thought it was interesting, but kiwis are completely edible. So if you wanted to eat the whole kiwi without peeling it, you could do that and eat the skin, the seeds, all of the insides. You might just want to cut the stems off on the very ends of them, but most people prefer peeling them just because of the taste. But whenever you would eat a kiwi, just washing them off really well before you cut into them and eat them, because they do have that furry texture on the outside, and then you wouldn't be eating all of the extra pieces that way. So how do we add them into our nutrition? They're best eaten raw, just like any fruit or vegetable. Having it in its whole fruit or whole food form is best. You could put them in fruit salad. Sometimes people put them as a garnish. I know the picture that I added to the chat actually has them as a garnish or a topping. You can also add them to smoothies, sauces, or mousses. And then the enzymes that are in kiwis actually have a tenderizing effect on meat. So they're used in marinades, which is the recipe that I incorporated. On the side there is a kiwi lime marinated chicken. So the marinade, to marinate it in the chicken, it says about 2 hours, or at least 2 hours, but up to 24. And then a couple of different ways that you could make it. So you could grill it, pan fry it, and then you could also do a slow cooker option. So if you just put the chicken and all of the marinade in a slow cooker, that way you've at least got your protein made for a meal. All the instructions are there in the chat, but if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the chat. Otherwise, that is Food in a Flash on Kiwi. Thanks, guys.